Do you want to speak better English? Do you want to sound more natural when you talk? Do you want to understand native speakers more clearly? Then you should try something called the shadowing technique. Hi, and welcome to this English learning video. Today, I'm going to teach you a method that is simple but very powerful. This method can really help you improve your speaking skills. It is called the shadowing technique. So, what is shadowing? Shadowing means that you listen to someone speak English and then you try to repeat what they say right after them. You don't wait long. You speak almost at the same time, or just a second after. You try to sound just like the speaker. You copy their voice, how fast they talk, and the feeling in their voice. It's like being someone's shadow. That's why we call this method shadowing. You follow the speaker closely, like a shadow follows a person. This method is very helpful. It can help you speak more clearly, pronounce words better, listen more carefully, and feel more confident when you talk in English. Now you may wonder how to use this method. It's easy. In this video, I will tell you a short story in English. Your job is to listen to each sentence carefully. Then you pause the video and you say the same sentence out loud. Try to copy the way I speak. Copy the voice, the speed, and the emotion. Don't worry if you don't get it perfect the first time. You can play the video many times. You can practice again and again. The more you practice shadowing, the better your English will get. Are you ready? Let's start with the story now. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We'll have more shadowing practice videos coming soon. My name is Rachel Thomas. I'm 17 years old. I live in Detroit, Michigan. I always sit in the back of the classroom. I don't talk much. It's not because I'm shy. It's because I feel tired of life. My mum works at a nursing home. She works long hours and comes home late. My dad used to work at a car factory, but he lost his job 2 years ago. Since then, he's been different. He's angry a lot of the time. Mostly he's angry with himself, but sometimes he's angry with us too. He spends most of the day on the couch. Sometimes he drinks. Sometimes he yells. Sometimes he cries. I try not to judge him. I remember when he used to be different. He used to carry me on his shoulders. He used to fix my bike when it broke. Now he can't fix anything, not even his own heart. At school, I don't really have any friends. I'm not like the other girls. I don't have new shoes. I don't take selfies. I don't go to school dances. I go to school. I work part-time at a pharmacy after school. Then I go home, help my mum cook dinner, and study until midnight. That's my life. But I want more. I want something better. I want to be a doctor one day. I know it might sound crazy. No one in my family has ever gone to college. Not even for a year. Some days, we don't even have enough food. Some nights I cry in my room alone. But still, something inside me keeps saying, "You can do it." I've been hearing that voice since I was 10 years old. When I was 10, my grandma got very sick. She had diabetes. One day she fell and hit her head. I was the one who found her lying on the floor. I called 911 right away. I held her hand. I stayed with her until the ambulance came. That day changed me. That day I decided I wanted to help people. I wanted to learn how to stop pain. I wanted to make people better when they're sick. But having a dream like that is hard when everything around you feels like it's falling apart. One day, I was walking home from school. I saw a poster on the school fence. It said, "Pre-Med Workshop, Weekend Class, Free for Students." My heart jumped. I tore the poster off and ran home. That night, during dinner, I asked my mum, "Can I go?" She looked tired. Her hands were red from scrubbing floors all day. But she smiled a little and said, "If it's free, then go. I'll even walk you there." I almost cried. That Saturday, we walked 2 miles to the city library where the class was being held. There were about 10 students in the room. Most of them wore clean clothes and nice shoes. I wore my brother's old jacket and sat in the corner. But when the teacher started speaking, something changed. I wasn't scared anymore. He talked about the human heart, how it works, how it can stop, and how doctors can help bring it back to life. He showed us a model with plastic ribs and rubber lungs. We practiced CPR. When it was my turn, I didn't hesitate. Push, count, breathe, push, The teacher watched me and nodded. "What's your name?" he asked. "Rachel," I said. "You've got good hands, Rachel," he said, calm and smart. No one had ever said anything like that to me before. I felt something inside me light up. After class, he gave me a book. "Read this," he said. "It's not easy, but you'll understand more than you think." It was a medical book. It was old and used, but it felt beautiful to me. I carried it home like it was treasure. Every night I read a few pages. The words were hard. I had to look up many of them on Google, but I kept reading. I didn't stop. Then something big happened. One day at the pharmacy, an old woman collapsed near the cash register. People screamed. Someone called 911. I ran to her, checked her pulse. Her lips were blue. She wasn't breathing. I remembered my training. I started CPR. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe. After a few minutes, she gasped for air. She opened her eyes. She was alive. When the paramedics came, one of them looked at me and asked, "Are you in medical school?" I laughed and said, "Not yet." But deep inside, I felt proud. The next day, at the workshop, the teacher made an announcement. There was a scholarship for one student to attend summer pre-med training at Wayne State University. Everyone in the class wanted it, but I needed it. I stayed after class. I asked questions. I read 2 chapters ahead. Then one day, the teacher called my name. "Rachel," he said, holding out a letter. "You earned it." I opened the letter. I was going to the summer training for free. I took the letter home and gave it to my mom. She hugged me tightly. "You're going to be the first doctor in this family," she whispered. In that moment, I believed it too. After I got the scholarship, everything started to change. I began waking up early every morning to study, to read, to imagine the life I wanted. For the first time, I didn't feel like just the girl in the back of the classroom. I felt like someone important. But I had a problem. I didn't have clothes to wear for the program. I didn't have a notebook. I didn't have money for the bus. I didn't want to tell my mum. She was already working 2 jobs. So I went to Mr. Davis, the man who owned the pharmacy where I worked. I told him about the program. He looked at me for a moment. Then he reached into a drawer and pulled out $80. "This is your first bonus," he said. "You're not just a helper anymore. You're part of this place." I couldn't stop my tears. He wasn't just giving me money. He was giving me hope. With the money, I bought a new notebook, a used white shirt, and clean shoes from the thrift store. I printed my acceptance letter and folded it neatly into my backpack. On the first day of the training, I was nervous, so nervous that I almost didn't go. But I didn't turn back. I walked through the hospital doors and took a deep breath. I saw doctors and nurses. I smelled sanitizer and coffee. I heard beeping monitors and voices calling out. It felt like another world, but somehow it also felt like home. There were 20 students in the program. Some of them had fancy watches. Some spoke with big words. But I didn't let that bother me. I was there to learn. Our teacher was Dr. Lin. She was young and smart and kind. She said, "You don't have to be rich to become a doctor. You just need two things: discipline and heart." I had both. We learned how to check blood pressure, how to give first aid, and about the human body. Every time I held a stethoscope, I thought of my grandma. I thought of the day I held her hand. One afternoon, Dr. Lin gave us an assignment. We had to shadow a real doctor for one day. We had to write about what we saw and what we felt. I was sent to the emergency room. It was busy. A boy had a broken arm. An old man had chest pain. A little girl was crying with a high fever. Then the ambulance came. A woman was rushed in. No pulse, no breath. The doctors worked fast. CPR, IV oxygen, fast hands, sharp minds. I stood in the corner, frozen. Then she came back. The woman started breathing. She was alive. The room became quiet. Dr. Lin looked at me. "Rachel," she said, "what are you thinking right now?" I looked at the woman, then at the team of doctors. I said, "This is what I want to do. I want to bring people back to life." She nodded. "You will." That night, I wrote everything down. The sounds, the fear, the machines, the hope. I turned in my report. On the last day of the program, Dr. Lin gave each of us a certificate. Then she said, "We have a special award. It's for the student who showed the most growth, the most compassion, the most leadership." She called my name. Rachel Thomas. I stood up. Everyone clapped. I walked to the front, shaking. Then she gave me something I never expected. A white coat. It was small, made for students, but it had my name on it, Rachel T., future doctor. I held it in my hands like gold. I didn't know what to say. I just whispered, "Thank you." When I got home, I showed the coat to my mum. She started crying, then laughing, then crying again. "I knew you would do it," she said. My dad stood at the doorway. He was quiet for a moment. Then he said something I hadn't heard in years. "I'm proud of you, kid." I hugged him. That night, I sat at the kitchen table with Max, my little brother. He touched the coat. "Are you a doctor now?" he asked. "Not yet," I smiled. "But I'm getting close." The white coat still hangs in my room. I look at it every morning before school. It reminds me that my dream is real. It reminds me that I didn't give up. It reminds me that I'm more than where I came from. People still see me as the quiet girl. But I'm not just quiet anymore. I'm strong. I'm learning. I'm a future doctor. And one day, when I walk into a real hospital wearing a real coat, I will remember this story. I will remember the girl sitting in the back of the class, and I'll whisper to her, "You made it. Now it's your turn. Go back to the beginning of this video, play it again. Pause after each sentence. Repeat what I say just like a shadow. Copy my voice. Copy the speed. Copy the feeling. This is the shadowing technique. It will help you speak English better, faster, and with more confidence. Practice every day. Even 10 minutes is enough. Believe in yourself. Thank you for learning with me. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. More stories and shadowing videos are coming soon. See you next time. Or